Winners and losers both feel tired. The difference is, one of them still shows up. Let that sink in for a moment. Because deep down, you already know this truth. You already know that motivation is unreliable, that energy comes and goes, that you won't always wake up excited, and that life will not always hand you the perfect conditions to work on your goals. Yet almost everyone still waits for the right moment, the right mood, the right wave of inspiration, the right version of themselves. But the life you want, the career you dream about, the body you imagine, the confidence you crave, the financial freedom you hope for, none of it belongs to the person who waits. It belongs to the person who shows up anyway, even when they don't feel like it, maybe especially when they don't feel like it. Let me tell you something that might hurt a little. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is made of boring, unglamorous, repetitive actions that nobody claps for. Actions you won't always be in the mood for. Actions you'll feel too tired to do. Actions you'll want to postpone, avoid, or ignore. And yet, these same actions will quietly build the life you've been dreaming about. It's not talent, it's not luck, it's the habit, the discipline of showing up. Think about the most successful people you admire. Athletes, CEOs, artists, creators, entrepreneurs. You might think they're fueled by passion every single day, but the truth is the complete opposite. Their success came from consistency, not motivation. From small decisions repeated over long periods of time. From staying on track, even when their mind screamed not today. And here's the part nobody tells you. Every time you show up when you don't feel like it, you build a new identity, a stronger one. Every time you do the uncomfortable thing, you rewrite the story you tell yourself. Every time you push past your excuses, you prove that you are someone who follows through. That identity shift, that self-respect, that reliability you build with yourself, that is the real reward. Let me break down something powerful. You don't become disciplined by reading motivational quotes. You don't become strong by watching people who already made it. You don't become unstoppable by promising yourself that tomorrow will be better. You become disciplined the moment you do the thing you promised yourself, even when it's the last thing you want to do. See, motivation is a feeling. Discipline is a choice. Motivation lifts you for a moment. Discipline carries you for a lifetime. Every time you choose to show up, you cast a vote for your future self. Every time you skip, you cast a vote for staying exactly where you are. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine two versions of you. One version wakes up, feels tired, scrolls the phone, says not today. They wait for motivation to come back. They keep waiting. Days become weeks. Motivation returns for a moment, then disappears again. Nothing changes. Now imagine the other version. They feel the same tiredness. They feel the same laziness. They feel the same voice in their head saying skip it. But they get up anyway. They go to the gym anyway. They write anyway. They study anyway. They work on their craft anyway. Who do you think becomes powerful over the next 90 days? The next 6 months? The next 3 years? Who becomes unstoppable? Who builds confidence? Who becomes the kind of person others admire? It's not the one with perfect motivation. It's the one who simply kept showing up. Success is not an explosion. It's a slow burn. Success is not a dramatic moment. It's 1,000 quiet moments. Success is not built in the spotlight. It's built in the dark, on the days when you don't feel like it. Let's talk about feelings for a second. You will not always feel confident. You will not always feel inspired. You will not always feel motivated. You will not always feel ready. But feelings are not commands. Feelings don't get to run your life unless you let them. If you depend on your feelings, you'll live a small life. If you depend on your habits, you'll live a powerful one. Because here's the truth. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your habits. Imagine if you only showered on the days you felt motivated. Imagine if you only ate when you felt inspired. Imagine if you only went to work when you felt enthusiastic. Your life would collapse. But somehow, when it comes to our dreams, working out, building a business, studying, improving our skills, creating content, reading, saving money, we treat them like optional activities. You want a better life? Treat your goals with the same consistency as you treat brushing your teeth. Let's go deeper. Every time you show up when you don't feel like it, you strengthen a part of your brain called the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for decision-making, self-control, and long-term thinking. This is not just motivational talk, it's neuroscience. Every moment of resistance you push through tells your brain, I am in control. I choose my future, not my mood. I show up because it matters. Eventually, something magical happens. Showing up becomes a habit, a default setting, a part of who you are, not because you're superhuman, but because you've trained your mind to follow through. Let's get brutally honest for a moment. The world doesn't reward people who almost show up. It doesn't reward people who wait until they're ready. It doesn't reward people who only act on their good days. It rewards discipline, consistency, repetition, the ability to keep going. Not perfectly, not flawlessly, but consistently. There's a quote that says, "Success is doing what you said you would do, long after the mood you said it in has left." If you want to change your life, you have to change the way you deal with discomfort. You have to become someone who does things without needing to feel like doing them. Here's the truth you must accept. Your life will not change the moment you feel motivated. Your life will change the moment you stop needing motivation. Let's talk about those days, the days when you feel completely drained, the days when everything feels heavy, the days when life hits you with stress, distractions, problems, and doubts. Those days matter the most, because anyone can show up when life is easy. Anyone can show up when they're excited. Anyone can show up when they feel good. But champions are built on the days when their heart is heavy, and they still show up. When their mind is tired, and they still show up. When they don't feel ready, and they still show up. And here's the beautiful part. You don't have to show up perfectly. A short workout is better than none. 1 page is better than 0. 10 minutes of studying is better than "I'll start tomorrow." A small step forward is still forward. Showing up beats perfection every time. Let me ask you a serious question. How many times have you delayed your goals because you didn't feel like it? How many opportunities slipped through because you waited for motivation? How many dreams are still sitting untouched because you didn't show up? Now imagine if you simply showed up anyway for the next 30 days. Not perfectly, not dramatically, just consistently. Do you realize how different your life would look? Your body would change. Your confidence would rise. Your skills would grow. Your mindset would sharpen. Your discipline would strengthen. Your future would expand. Because there is one habit, one single habit, that separates average lives from exceptional ones. Showing up. Let me give you a powerful image. A drop of water falling on stone. At first, nothing happens. 5 drops later, still nothing. A week later, still nothing. But keep dropping water day after day, month after month, and eventually, the stone begins to change shape. Not because water is strong, but because water is consistent. That is you. Your actions might feel small. Your steps might feel slow. Your progress might feel invisible. But keep showing up. And eventually, the world will not be able to ignore you. Think about it. The writer who writes 1 page a day has a book in a year. The reader who reads 10 pages a day finishes dozens of books. The entrepreneur who improves by 1% a day becomes unrecognizable in a year. The athlete who trains consistently beats the one with natural talent but inconsistent habits. Success is predictable when you show up. Failure is predictable when you don't. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is not luck. It's not timing. It's not inspiration. It's consistency. And consistency is built by showing up, especially when you don't feel like it. Let's address the fear. Because for many people, not showing up comes from fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough. Let me tell you something honestly. You will fail. You will mess up. You will make mistakes. You will have bad days. But none of that matters if you keep showing up. The only real failure is quitting. The only real loss is letting your emotions decide your future. The only real regret is not trying. Every time you show up, even in fear, you become someone stronger. Every time you show up, even imperfectly, you create momentum. Every time you show up, even with doubts, you grow. Your future self is begging you not to quit. Begging you not to wait. Begging you not to put your dreams on hold because you're tired today. Your future self is waiting for you on the other side of discomfort. And here's something you need to hear today. You are stronger than you think. You are more capable than you believe. You have survived everything life has thrown at you so far. You can survive your own laziness. You can survive your own doubts. You can survive your own excuses. You just have to show up. Let's make this practical. Right now, choose one thing, one tiny thing that you've been avoiding. Maybe it's a workout. Maybe it's cleaning your room. Maybe it's studying for an exam. Maybe it's working on your business. Maybe it's sending an email. Maybe it's filming a video. Maybe it's reading a chapter. Choose one thing and do it today, not later. Not when you feel like it. Today. Because today is the only day that matters. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Not someday. Today. Show up today, and you change tomorrow. Show up tomorrow, and you change next month. Show up next month, and you change next year. Show up every year, and you change your life. Let me say this clearly. Greatness is not built by those who feel ready. Greatness is built by those who show up no matter how they feel. Look around you. Every successful person you admire has felt unmotivated, uninspired, exhausted, discouraged, and doubtful. But they didn't let their emotions decide their future. They kept showing up, and eventually, their consistency created momentum. Momentum created progress. Progress created belief. Belief created confidence. Confidence created mastery. Mastery created success. And it all started with one thing: showing up. Let me leave you with this. Every day you show up, you're planting a seed. It may not grow today. It may not grow tomorrow. But eventually, it will grow if you keep watering it. Your dreams are not dead. They're waiting. Waiting for you to show up. So tomorrow morning, when you wake up and you don't feel like it, remember this: winners and losers both feel tired. The difference is, one of them still shows up. Be the one who shows up. Be the one who follows through. Be the one who keeps going. Your future depends on it. Your success demands it. Your life transforms because of it. Show up especially when you don't feel like it. That is the habit that will change everything.